The House in the Woods. I sat in the front seat of the car looking at the windshield wipers going back and forth as heavy rain poured down on us. I could barely see the road, even with the headlights on. The heavy rainfall and it being night didn't help at all. I turned towards Jared, who sat next to me in the driver's seat, driving ever so slowly. In the back seat, Carol and Leah slept snuggled together, oblivious of their surroundings, while Dylan sat looking out of the window. "Jared, do you even know where we're going?" he asked. I think so," he replied with a small, nervous laugh. In sync, Dylan and I turned towards Jared, our expressions demanding an explanation. "I think we may have taken a wrong turn a few miles back. The turn was supposed to be at the right, but I didn't see it till now. I'm not sure if we're on the right track or not." "Well, then try the GPS or something." "It isn't working properly. See for yourself." There is no sign of anyone, not even another car in sight. We drove further for an hour more before we decided to take a turn and get off the main road, hoping we would find someone living a bit further away from the main road. And we were right. Not long after, we spotted a brightly lit house just a little into the forest. Not having much of a choice, we approached the house. The main doors swung open just a few seconds after Jared rang the bell, and we were greeted by a young man that seemed to be in his 20s, the same age as us. Hello. So sorry to bother you so late at night. My name is Jared, and this is Ezra," he said, pointing towards me, and I gave a small hello in response. "Yeah, we were traveling," Jared started explaining the situation we were in, while I turned my attention towards the house. It seemed like an old, average house. It was poorly maintained. As I was observing the house, my eyes landed on two women and a man staring at us from the windows, not even blinking. One of the women seemed to be in her late teens, while the other looked to be in her mid-40s. I couldn't tell how old the man was because he was wearing a creepy mask with big eye holes that revealed his bloodshot eyes. The guy Jared was talking to called the woman in her 40s over. They stood there having a discussion before the woman approached us with a big smile. "Oh, hello there. My son just told me everything, and I'm so sorry. It's honestly a tragedy that your trip got spoiled like this. Well, don't worry. We would be more than happy to help you people out." Dylan thanked her, and we hurriedly walked back to the car to fetch the others. We sat in the car and Dylan told them the good news. My gut told me that it was a bad idea, but we didn't have any choice. The interior of the house was a bit stuffy. They had decorated the place with a lot of animal heads. "Do you go hunting often?" I asked. "Oh yes, we very much enjoy hunting. That is one of the reasons we live way out here. It helps us to be close with our true selves and nature." One of them started explaining. I just nodded in response. Half an hour later, we found ourselves sitting at the dining room table, ready to eat dinner. "I noticed the whole family is here. If you don't mind me asking, where is your father?" Dylan asked, trying to make small talk. "Oh, he's here in the room. The poor guy can't move anymore or talk. He's just there," the girl replied. "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I bet it's very painful for all of you." Dylan apologized. "Don't worry about it. He can't move or talk because he's dead," Isabella answered before they all burst out laughing, putting all of us on edge. We were shown to the guest rooms afterwards and wasted no time getting into bed. Dylan called his dad and told him about the situation before falling asleep. Not long after, Jared woke me up. "Hey, what's up?" "Do you hear that sound?" "What sound?" Then I heard it, the loud sound of drumming and people chanting some words while yelling. "What the hell? Where's my phone?" I asked. "I don't know. I couldn't find mine either, nor can Dylan." I got up and followed him out and found the others in the dark hallway. There were no signs of the homeowners anywhere. We walked around the house, not daring to turn on the lights, while being as quiet as possible. We went slowly down the stairs when we saw two shadows illuminated by a yellow light in the kitchen. They seemed to be talking about something while sharpening something, possibly a knife. Dylan gestured us towards the main door, and we followed. He slowly unlocked the door and we quickly ran out of the house and towards the car. Thankfully, the rain had stopped. "What the hell was that?" asked Carol. "I don't know, let's just get out of here," Jared replied before he tried starting the car. He tried over and over before getting out of the car and opening the bonnet.
"Shit!" he yelled in frustration, slamming it back shut. "Those motherfuckers cut off the wires!"
Horrified, we quickly got out of the car and made our way into the forest. We ran for a few minutes before I heard a small scream. It was Leah. I turned around to look for her and noticed that she wasn't the only one missing. Before I could do anything, I felt a sharp pain on the back of my head and everything went black. I could hear the drumming and the chanting more clearly and louder. I looked around and saw the others not far from me, still passed out. Dylan was sitting up, looking to the left. His face was filled with fear. I followed his gaze and saw people wearing accessories and masks decorated with fur and bones. Some of them were sharpening their weapons, while the others circled around a huge bonfire while drumming and yelling.
"A cult!" my mind screamed.
I already knew what was coming next. They were going to hunt, and their prey was none other than us. They were going to sacrifice us.
I quickly tried waking up the others. Not long after that, we were being chased around the forest. "Come on, Carol, this way," I whispered to her, extending out my hand.
I watched her quietly come my way before a sharp spear came flying from behind me, going right through her skull, pinning her to the tree. I yelled and started running again, hoping to find the road. I had been separated from the others. I heard a few screams not too long ago, and I'm not sure if they're even alive anymore. I kept running and running, trying to find the end of the forest. Just when I thought I saw the road, my path was blocked by a large fence. That same moment, I heard a maniac laugh behind me. Before I could even react, my body shot up with pain. I looked down to see a spear stuck in my chest, followed by 2 more spears. The shocks of pain increasing with every moment before everything faded away.